Okay, take two. I don't know if the other game got up on the screen earlier, but it crashed whilst halfway through the loading screen. So that was a good start off. I'm going to. Okay, now let me see. I see my thing up here, and we're currently live. That's good. Yeah. Now, what I was saying here on this wonderful loading on this start screen, let's hopefully don't crash this time. Please don't crash. Yeah, we'll see. We're all nice and wintry, and all the cold snap spell and everything. Completely different to what we have here in England at the moment. So here in England, we got like the hot sun that's out there, and everyone's all going around. Oh, it's so hot. I mean, you bunch of pussies. Don't worry about it's too hot, and just wet a t-shirt or something and put that on over you. That'll keep you nice and cool. Oh, don't want to wet a t-shirt, you don't put water on clothes. Well, you put them in the washing machine, don't you? At least if you put why can't you just throw a t-shirt into a bath, wring it out so it's just moderately damp, and then put that on you? Look, it's cool. You can keep yourself nice and cool for pretty much half the day when it's when the sun is out and shining. So I don't know what you're complaining about. Anyway, yes, Kona. If you didn't catch the previous video, because like I said, I'm going to delete it when it comes up. It crashed. This is the second one of the new batch of programs that's come out this week. Let's see, controls, free movement, because we're all about the free movement. Yeah, that stayed there. That's great. Now we've got quite a lot of games that are going on at the moment, and please do not crash. Don't crash. Don't crash. Because we've currently got a lot of games that's going on this week. I mean, we've got Dark Legion, To the Top, VR Robots. I did VR Robots yesterday, and we've got Exorcist. Those games have all come out this week, so we'll be playing through these games so that you don't have to. Please do not crash. Don't crash. Do not crash. Hey, and why am I looking through binoculars? Little cube bug. Oh,
Carl Faubert sought information for a living. That is to say that ever since he returned from Korea, after having served with the armed forces, he had been working as a private investigator in Montreal. William Hamilton, a rich industrialist, had gotten in touch with him regarding a simple vandalism issue. Nothing to write home about. Not worth hiring a private eye either, just so he can drive for hours on rough roads. But that's how it had always been. The client pays, Carl gets it done.
Just to let you guys know that I'm currently playing with the dual stick controller at the moment.
They had set up to meet at the general store.
Not the move.
Client's business. Well, actually, the entire village had William Hamilton's name written all over it.
Actually, I wonder what happens if I drive along the train track. Can't do that now, missed it. Did that leaf just blow in through the windscreen? I'm sure it did. I'll have to look at that on the replay.
When the roads were bad, muddy, or snowed in, it was customary around these parts to close them off. But it was also customary to ignore those signs entirely and drive there anyway.
Hey, I got my eyes back. Okay, I don't have smooth turning. Give me smooth turning and get rid of those blinders. I don't like blinders. I know that. Let's see what we've got here. What have we got here? Journal, map, options. Save graphics options. I wonder if vintage. I can't read that. Vintage, vegetarian, vegan. See what happens if I disable that. See if that's the blinders. And gamma correction, we don't need to worry about that. Yeah, that's better. But we don't have smooth control. Okay, so what have we got here? Okay, so I got out of the car and I left the engine running.
I never mentioned a road blocking barrier. Why was it needed here in the back of Beyond? That would, however, be a mystery for another day. Carl had waited long enough for someone to come and raise it.
Oh, I just want to take the keys out of the ignition and turn the bloody engine off. Any decent, sensible driver knows you do not leave the car running whilst you go wander about. Oh, that's kind of triggering me actually, annoying me or whatever. Yeah. Oh, let's go and have a little look in here.
Hamilton no doubt knew who managed the barrier. Carl wanted to give him a call, but that would have been too easy though, as sure enough the line was acting up.
Of course. So don't tell me this is a little bit of a parody. Oh, why is there a rock up there? Man, Stan, it will be good. Quebec province, Blast, Swimming, North. Get rid of. I saw a rock. Okay, let's go up that tower. How often does a road need to be closed to require 2 picnic tables at this gate? Good point, good point. Yes, I often rummage through bins and trash cans and pick out bottles. Map. Inventory. Ah, okay, the Polaroid film is probably for a camera I'm going to be introduced to at a later point. That's right. Some sort of manual that I'll probably figure out what I need for later. Map that I can't look at because it moves out of the way when I try to look at it. Up, there we go. Yep, can't read what's on it, it's too blurred. Okay,
Polaroid,
oh.
Carl's long-standing and faithful ally, has seen a share of husbands caught red-handed cheating. There's always something out there waiting to be snapped away.
Keep picture. Evidence that it is actually, yeah. Ooh, what have we got here? Okay, this doesn't look good. Hello. They have carved the faces out of the tree bark. Okay, probably some sort of kids' plaything. Hello, flag. Ooh, bolt cutters, yes please. Fire starter, liquid fire starter, and the toolkit I can't touch. Okay, so let's go back down. Fire starter. General equipment. What equipment do I have? Oh yeah, fine. Consumables, cigarettes. Discard the cigarettes. Don't need cigarettes. And at this point I find out that we use it as currency. Yeah, don't need cigarettes, kids. Actually, don't just litter, throw it in the bin. Yeah, go on. Okay, missed. Looks like the spins have got full shield around them. What else did we see that had a padlock on it? I don't think we've seen anything else that had a padlock on it.
Still not a soul in sight. There was no point in waiting any longer. Carl had to figure this one out by himself. Hamilton is waiting for Carl in the general store. It was time for him to get down to business.
Yeah, because whenever there's a roadblock, of course you've got to break the locks. Really simple, really.
William Hamilton enjoyed a lavish country house built in the very heart of the northern forests, not too far from here.
Okay. I'm a vampire, of course. I wondered what I looked like.
Divided when it came to the affluent man. Some saw a wealthy philanthropist dedicated to improving the region's economy. Others an aging Englishman who would do anything to further his fortunes. And those ones hated him enough to go on about scheming against him. Hamilton had recently acquired a few local businesses, but the last straw was the reopening of a mine, which gave rise to a wave of protests and threats from the Cree people. Given these circumstances, Carl reckoned that a good number of people must be feeling compelled to oppose Hamilton in one way or another. So far, only the industrialist's house had been a target, but soon enough, Carl thought, the target would become the man himself.
I avoided that car. Mental note, kids, drive slow on blocked up roads.
Carl needed to get out of there. The cold and the pain required urgent care.
Okay, so we've gone from a sunny day to midwinter. How long was I out for? We've got heat temperature up at the top. Okay.
Even better than he had hoped. Carl Faubert had succeeded once more, and was now on his way to new adventures. We've got to mix something up. Looks like, I think that's one for something. Oh, go away. Okay, inventory. Matches.
Not telling me how, so I'm not going to worry about it. Maybe I'm just scratching the wrong area here. Oh, what we're going. Oh. Okay, there we go. So that saved it. So at least my file is saved from this point. Can start a fire there, but I've already got a fire started inside. Let's see if I need to start a fire. Lighthouse mode. Nope. Okay. Can see everything up there. Let's go back. Let's see if we can use those chains on our car wheels. Have a little look around here. Make sure there's nothing in here. Take another log. Okay, so let's see what's down here. Invisible walls. So it looks like we've got invisible walls. I can't go any further down that way. Looks like there's something that I missed over here. Have a look up here, see if there's anything. Okay, nothing in the box with the first aid symbol on it. Fine. Okay, let's see what else. Let's have a look at the journal. English, dude. Let's have a look. English case of advances and meeting at General. Yeah, I can't read anything on that. Fire starter, pincers, empty bottle, matches. I tell you what. Let's light the one outside and see what happens. Maybe I'm supposed to do something with that because I can't see anything else to do. So I'm going to look up this tower. Maybe I missed something. Nope. Let's see what happens if I heat myself up from this and then run towards. Okay, so let's have a look at this one. Oh, looks like the other guy got off worse than I did.
The driver had taken off. It was still best to check it out and leave nothing to chance. Carl needed help. It was a small, locked box engraved with the letters WH. Carl thought about taking it. Nothing was to be left to chance. Such heart-wrenching Nordic poetry that was. But Carl didn't care much about flowery language.
Yeah, I know, I just... Well, going down the wrong way, aren't I just kind of wanted to heal inside. I kind of want to take this light with me as well, but... Okay, that was it, fine. I was hoping for something a little bit more, don't know what. It kind of reminds me of Stanley Parable. Let's go slowly this time.
Spread out on a few acres of untouched forest, bellowing caribou, everlasting snow, and undefiled lakes, the Manistan region was no tourist hub. It was said to have been populated for millennia by Cree people, and ever since the industrial era, by the metal mining industry.
I still don't understand how we had a beautiful day earlier and now we've gone into Arctic winter. Oh. Let's see what happens if we go down here. Okay, did it want me to go down there? I think the game just went for a wobbler. I think it just threw me back. No, it won't allow me to get out. I want to go out and have a look over that bridge. I guess that's nope. I guess that's the road I would have gone on. I carried on. Ooh.
The truck was running on fumes. Good thing that the general store was close by.
Really? How can you tell? I couldn't actually see a fuel gauge on the dashboard. Oh, and there we go, another tree. Leads me to look at comments while I'm driving at the same time. There we go, pull in and stop. Fill it up on premium, please.
Wouldn't surrender their divine nectar so easily. In all likelihood, they had to be switched on from inside the store. Something fell to the bottom of the box. Carl had no trouble recognizing his employer. He had been killed, There was no need to be a detective to figure that out. But only a detective could have noticed that the killer had to have been very close, that the fatal blow had been given before the victim even realized.
Yep, that's him.
What could be inside that envelope? Carl was taken aback. He knew this address. It was said to be the address of the P.O. box for the Canadian Secret Service.
Plot thickens. Ice slush here.
Carl felt a chill down his spine and had a terrifying realization. If Hamilton was dead, then who was going to pay him?
PD.
An explosion suddenly occurred outside.
Yeah, let me get my payment first. Okay, that might work.
Carl knew that Gilles Lachance was in charge of the general store. That made him one of Hamilton's employees. A very angry employee, as Carl could plainly see. According to that log, it seemed like the whole village owed some money to the general store. Carl was far more interested in the bunch of nearby addresses he had just gotten his hands on, though.
Duct tape. Matches. Which one will it refresh that? There we go. Oh, no, doesn't want to pick it up.
The snowstorm pummeled everything in its path. Carl was not surprised when he heard no tone. Maintaining his composure, Carl recalled something from his military training. Wolves always stay away from populated areas. Wait, was it about bears? The flames won't grow without some help. Other materials were required.
I should have kept that log. Bring this spot in here.
The crowbar was stuck under the lift. Notwithstanding Carl's imposing stature, car lifting wasn't part of his skill set yet.
Yet. I like how he says yet. something is stopping power from getting around here, even though I can hear the generator is in full blast.
The milkman had to drive by every week to fill the bottles. The fresh milk indicated a recent visit. The milkman had to drive by every week to fill the bottles. The fresh milk indicated a recent visit. The milkman had to drive by every week to fill the bottles. The fresh milk indicated a recent visit.
Yep, breaking and entering into a crime scene, even though I can walk just round it. I need to turn it on. Let's get some. Okay, so that's a save. And key tap. So the generator's on and still nothing in here. Oh. Let's go and put that in the car. Oh well. Damn it.
Surrender their divine nectar so easily. In all likelihood, they had to be switched on from inside the store.
Okay, right, so let's try and work out how to turn the power on, because clearly fixing other cables didn't do it.
A nice picture of the Magasin Lachance store, seemingly taken the day it was first opened. It feels frozen in time, from an era long forgotten. Carl was used to strange phenomena, but a chunk of ice like this, as if an iceberg came out of the ground, that was a first. Prince? Carl found a surprise at every turn. Was the camera faulty, or was there a possible lead?
I'm wondering how that generator's working. Yes, we got light.
The crowbar was stuck under the lift. Notwithstanding Carl's imposing stature, car lifting wasn't part of his skill set yet. Carl was making progress, but the lift probably needed some more juice to work properly. Carl was making progress, but the lift probably needed some more juice to work properly.
Okay, so we'll come back to that. Need more juice. Need more juice before we can go all Gordon Freeman.
Carl felt that the store and its surroundings still held their secrets, and he didn't like to miss out. Getting off over there. Carl wondered what the hell could that thing be. It looked like a man fossilized in ice. All of a sudden, Carl felt like he was pulled inside a world of dreams, a cold, unknown dimension. Somehow, self-control was slipping from his grasp. To all appearances, this was a hunting log. Better yet, a war diary. What could these engraved numbers mean? A fresh path suddenly appeared before Carl. Carl had that feeling you get when you immerse your frozen hands in hot water. What happened? Now at least he knew who the unfortunate man petrified in ice was. Gilles Lachance, the general store's manager himself. That had to be the worst parking job ever. Who was Carl to judge, though? It may be customary to park like that around these parts. Or not. Carl knew straight away where to find the infuriated Gilles Lachance. Any good investigation would have to start there. It was so cold. Already Carl did not feel his toes anymore.
One last look around in here so I can see anything to help me out.
The crowbar was stuck under the lift. Notwithstanding Carl's imposing stature, car lifting wasn't part of his skill set yet.
Hunt. No. Let's have a look here. No, I can't. Well, I can't see how we can find a key. Can't find a key for this, and can't fit. Okay. No worries. the next area. I can't see where we're going. I hope I'm going the right way. I think I'm going the wrong way. Okay, so we can
The
get
trap
out.
was fresh. That meant the car sunk down just a little while ago. Now where the hell could the passengers possibly have gone? Someone had been playing with a crossbow here. A very dangerous game. A bolt could hit someone's tire or their eye. It could even kill someone if the aim was right.
It's also red hot for some weird reason.
There was only void where the road should be. Carl hated dead ends. He felt trapped. It was as if the road had drowned in the lake. He would have to find help by another road.
I'm going to search. There we go. Just see if we're getting to warm up. Just wanted to warm up a little bit. But it doesn't look like it was warming up or not. Well, I don't know if these are the same tracks that I was following earlier.
Carl knew why he was suddenly shivering. He was going back to the realm of visions. Carl had no issue recognizing the spirit-like figures, but he couldn't figure out what they wanted from him. The phantom, freed of reality's shackles, vanished in the forest. Earlier, Carl had witnessed a tragedy that befell it. Carl sensed that the cold was beating a retreat, as if he was moving away from some kind of center of gravity.
So whatever happens, I've got to go here. Fine. So we're looking at a rock. Apparently we can walk through the rock.
The further Carl moved away from the ice block, the more his senses came back to him.
Won't let me do anything. What am I missing?
Numbness was giving way to awareness. The vision was wavering. It was so cold. Already Carl did not feel his toes anymore.
I need to find a heat source and fast. I think I need time before I go back there again. I think we're going into more of an open world area now.
Carl felt that the store and its surroundings still held their secrets, and he didn't like to miss out.
No, I'm just going here for the heat. How do I get up?
Amateur hunters showing some pride in having killed a nice pelted beast. With men like this roaming the area, wolves would become extinct within 10 years, Carl thought. The note explained that the garage and the store couldn't be supplied with electricity at the same time.
Okay.
At long last, the crowbar was within Carl's grasp. Surely it would come in handy at some point. Carl was beginning to know the store and its surroundings like the back of his hand. The seeker had sought.
We go this way. I'm just going any which way but loose. Still leaves the engine on. To the left.
Oh, mon bonhomme! Je m'attendais pas à ce qu'un étrange retentisse par ici. Moi te dire. Depuis que ça rôde dans ce bout-là. J'ai ma carabine au bout du doigt, et puis bang, 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 si ça s'approche.
Fine. I just want to warm myself up with fire. And steal all your stuff.
Si tu veux du linge chaud, parce que t'es habillé comme un gars de la ville, je dirais pas non à une bonne bouteille de caribou. Puis tu pigeras ce que tu voudras parmi mes guenilles.
Yep, I got that from the store, I think. No, not going to start swinging crowbars around. Oh, or sherry wine. Oh.
D'apparence que mon caribou tarde.
Okay, right. So before I start doing these stuff, he wants a bottle of wine first. Fine. Is he going to shoot me every time that I walk through that door? You mind this place when I find that type of wine. Oh. No, nothing. Okay. Trying to see the road, but I can't actually see it in this winter. That's why I always hate winters.
There was so much in this cabin to enrich body and mind. Carl couldn't leave empty-handed.
Yeah, good, I can come back later. Oh, fine, guess I can't then. Ah, sod it, nah. Right, let's see, where do I think we are? Keys. So that's probably the petrol station. Oh, it says up here. Okay, so that's where we are there. Where do I need to get to? Let's have a look at that house with the plus on it. So go down here and take a left and then see what happens. Oh. Take a left. Let's see if we can find a house down here. It would be quite decent if I could actually see what's going on rather than this wintry landscape. I guess they did that to help with the... Oh, wait a minute, that's it there. So, that's probably it down there, so let's have a look what's down here. To get out here last time I came down, but it wouldn't let me. Oh, the key. I guess we were supposed to search around. What was that note? I missed a note.
There should be a law forbidding doctors from falling sick.
the light. Does this place even have a light? Can't see anything.
Carl got the trembles as he imagined the excruciating pain that kind of scalpel could no doubt inflict. Within these miserable walls, patients probably felt more like in a slaughterhouse than in a doctor's office. A communist manifesto. Only a few years ago, this type of allegiance meant prison time. And even at present, the Western world was very wary of the Soviet threat. Why would the doctor own such a book? Doctors used light-reflecting frontal mirrors to look inside the patient's cavities. That was a bit unsettling. But back then, it was pretty much always the case with medicine. The good doctor, flanked by his beautiful spouse. Pure happiness, captured on cardstock. Carl recognized this woman's soulful eyes. Was it Dr. Beaupre who had hit him head-on at the village border?
I was about to say, that woman looked like the woman that the picture that was inside the car, the glove compartment of the car that hit us.
The good doctor.
So I take it that the the doctor didn't make it to the emergency because of me.
This woman's soulful eyes. Was it Dr. Beaupre who had hit him head-on at the village border? For the one-eyed, or for other vision problems, the eye patch was the way to go. Carl got the trembles as he imagined the excruciating pain that kind of scalpel could no doubt inflict. Within these miserable walls, patients probably felt more like in a slaughterhouse than in a doctor's office. Dr. Beaupre had done his medical studies quite far from here. He was surely one of the first students out of the new campus to settle on the mountainside. Someone had lost a few liters of blood here. Carl's first thought had been a lumber accident, someone's hand cut by a saw, or a hunting accident. In any case, whoever had lost all this blood couldn't have gone far. Perhaps they were already dead. The injured could be recognized by the large stains of red, an informal nickname given to Merbromen, smudged all over their injuries.
Oh, there's someone knocking at the door. I swore I heard someone knocking at this door. Okay, so I need to build wire. Yeah, do I really want to be inspecting the outhouse too closely? I don't think so. Oh, I guess this is supposed to be their wood mount. Completely empty.
Great care had to be taken searching this place full of oddities. Everything was important. The decor itself told a story.
Okay, so this has got a second door. Let's see if I can find that second door. Still trying to find some wire to fix this. But maybe I have to come back for that. Oh, wait a minute.
Someone had lost a few liters of blood here. Carl's first thought had been a lumber accident, someone's hand cut by a saw, or a hunting accident. In any case, whoever had lost all this blood couldn't have gone far. Perhaps they were already dead. A chamber pot. Fortunately for Carl, inspecting it wouldn't further this particular investigation.
Okay, we're done here. Yep, we are. Okay, so we're there, been to there. I'm interested in this thing with the key. So let's get back on the road and head over there. I've got to get myself turned around first just so I can get my bearings. I think it's there. Well, actually, let's go to that house right at the very end. So let's go right and go all the way down there. Just because. I'm sure I'm supposed to go to a specific location, but I can't really tell what location I'm supposed to be going to yet. I've really gone the wrong way. It says I'm done now. I went right. Oh, I should have gone left. Right, well, whilst I'm here, might as well head towards the key then, which is in the other direction. Let's head down to this main road until I get there. So once we try this again, maybe we get something different this time. Who knows? $739. $739. Gill's wallet. Doctor's note, Communist Manifesto. Same as last time. Let's get out of here.
Carl sensed that the cold was beating a retreat, as if he was moving away from some kind of center of gravity. Someone must have dropped this in a hurry, but whoever did was heading into the woods. Carl's tracking instincts were quickly kicking in.
That's that, and we need to figure out how to get through that. So let's go to this first house first. It'll be on the right. And if you readjust. So that should be. Oh, but we've already been here. Oh, no. And he still leaves the engine ticking over.
A wintry atmosphere surrounded the house. The soundlessness of the area suggested it was empty.
Okay, let's go in and get shot again. Oh, nice and bright.
The key, which seemed to be meant for a padlock, bore an inscription reading Cloutier et Fils. A company name. Better keep an eye open. businesses weren't exactly numerous around these parts.
Oh, I think those were cigarettes I got.
A pay stub for some undoubtedly harsh lumberjack work. Alexandre Blais felled trees and chopped woods for Cloutier et Fils.
Don't know what I'm looking for inside the oven. Maybe a baby head or something. Meat. Okay, so this is what virtual reality is for. Snooping through people's stuff. The Moonstone. Does that seem ominous? Children's drawings are always ominous with stuff. Oh, a picture of a nice foxy. Get the right button press. Oh, just my luck I don't have the crowbar with me. I left it inside the car. Oh, no, here it is. I won't hurt you.
Well, looks like someone woke up on the wrong side of the bed.
Can't read any of this on my screen.
The spirograph amused Carl. It was a nice modern toy, aside from being repetitive by nature and completely useless. Still, it found its way into many Quebecois homes.
Good man, I used to love playing with spirographs. Always switch off the light before you leave.
When finding a boot, one wonders what became of the foot.
Or the other boot.
Carl's big fingers prevented him from reaching the key. Carl's big fingers prevented him from reaching the key. Carl's big fingers prevented him from reaching the key. Carl's big fingers prevented him from reaching the key. Carl's big fingers prevented him from reaching the key.
Okay, fine. Looks like at that point I've got to go grab something that could be long, thin and wiry. Back to the road. Don't want to go to the road.
Carl wondered how long he would have to endure this skin-stinging cold.
Let's freshen up again by the fire. Let's see. Oh, that looks like a lodge over there. Let's head to the lodge.
An axe, not too shabby. Carl felt he needed to protect himself. Who quits a game one step away from victory? The leftover food, the clothes, the general warmth of the place, no evidence of escape. Carl was sure of it. People were here not long ago, and they expected to come back.
before we go start inspecting that one. Yeah, let's warm ourselves up inside first. If there is anything to warm up with. Matches. Magnet. Tin foil with. Yeah, as much as we'd like to carry around. Some flares. Some parts. And a couple of fire starters. Needed that. I wasn't too sure how many fire starters we had left. Yep, loading over that. Ah, that's what we're after. Can't see any, but what the heck, we'll go this way anyway. This way looks promising. Right back where we started. Or is this another hut?
The crossbow bolts had the same origin. Carl was sure of it. Who was it? And more importantly, what was being hunted like this? So just get rid of the old one because I think that one's, yeah, let me delete that.
much longer should I be playing this one for? This one looks like we should be playing this for a while now.
Solitaire, a card game only hermits can truly enjoy. Carl felt depressed at the thought of playing this. Solitaire, a card game only hermits can truly enjoy. Carl felt depressed at the thought of playing this.
I might as well start up. Ah, missing a log. Let's go grab a log from outside. Or a log from in here. Okay, so
without a single window to brighten things up, the inside of the cabin was almost pitch black. Beware of close encounters of knee and furniture. Cabin B, lots of space, no windows. Hopefully its users aren't prone to dementia.
Okay, let's try this again. Right, so this here I can't really see. I don't think there are any more pictures out there. Only prints. Okay, so let's carry on. Okay, so we've gone to those two, that one. Let's go back down to the station. Fill up. Oh, look like there's some sort of a campfire there, and then we'll head to the campfire. go all the way down here to the main road and then turn left. Okay, that's just...
The pumps wouldn't surrender their divine nectar so easily. In all likelihood, they had to be switched on from inside the store.
Oh yeah, dead body in front of me. Sorry about that. Okay, I can actually see. Right, let's have a look at the numbers. Seven three nine. So let's have a look at. Can't read what these say. I say thank you. And here's my money. Right, now what was that key for? Oh, I've got another key to play around with. Fine. Go away. Yes, please, and thank you. Okay, well, I think we're going to call it quits at that. This is roof. No, no longer need it because we're all full. What else do we have? Let's head to that campfire down below, and then we'll close it up at that campfire. See what's down there. Let's go onto the road and turn. Okay, not that road. I thought I was going to go down there for a bit, but no. You can't see a. doesn't want us going down there.
The transformer had gone up in flames, snapping that wire in the process. Carl figured he would have to wait for an electrician to ride a unicorn through the wilderness to come and repair it.
That was probably the explosion we heard earlier. Okay, so in other words, there's no going back. Oh. I guess not. Okay, looks like anything further that we have to do down there, we have to do without the car. So, e.g., let's have a look at the map. See if we can wander down to that campsite. That's the poor park job that we saw earlier. Well, according to the map, we should be right on top of the campsite.
More materials were needed to stir up the flames. Carl's scout training was buried deep in his memory. What do you need again to start a fire?
Of course, all my firewood is inside. I don't think I'm going to get any firewood this way. Okay, looks like I'm going to have to carry all the firewood from the car. So let's get back to the car.
It was so cold. Already Carl did not feel his toes anymore.
Yeah. Ah. Here you go. Okay, I'm just going to leave it inside this car. Okay, so let's get in the car. We have just saved. Oh boy, as much as I'd like to carry on this one, I do have to kind of finish up now because there's things that I need to be getting on with. Well, this one's certainly given me my money's worth at the moment. So I think it is not too much. A nice little mystery adventure. You start off with you start off with a mystery path that seems to be blocked for some reason. When you go down there, you kind of go into a car crash. People escape. This does seem a little bit like a walking simulator. Or in this case a driving simulator to a little bit of an extent. I don't like the fact that there is just so much snow around. They could put it in a better setting. I always hate it when they just want to cover everything with snow. Now I know why they do it. It's because so you can have less draw distance for the graphics. I mean, that's why they had a fog of war originally, is so that you can have the you couldn't see things in the distance, and therefore if you couldn't see it, the processors of the computers didn't have that much much to worry about in processing them. And the same thing goes with snow. Your visibility is really reduced, so therefore you can't see the open area. However, you don't really need to do that. Skyrim, another game I didn't like when they use the snow, but is one of the most awesome games out there. You can see for miles around. You don't need to worry about draw distance anymore. So you don't really need to just make everything all snowy just to ease up on the hardware. I mean, the hardware can take it. But so that's the downside of this. They don't need to have it all snowy just for that. Get rid of the snow factors in computer games so we can actually see what's going on. Okay, that aside, like I said, it does seem this seemed like it has a bit of an interesting storyline going with it, such as most walking simulators do. Where has everyone gone? The mystery deepens. The first person we find is a dead body. And we are a detective. Now, I get the impression that we are an incredibly strong detective, so big that we can't even get our hands down a small hole to pull out a key. So, hi, you're at PSVR America? It is kind of over at the moment. I'm just like doing my final wrap up for the game. I actually kind of like this one at the moment, but like I said, it is pretty much a walking simulator. How's it hanging with you guys out there? Oh, you're gone. Fine. But like I said, I will probably carry on. I'll probably carry this on with another point later in time, because I do want to see how this story progresses. So I will carry on with this game on Twitch and do some playthroughs whilst I'm on Twitch with this. Okay, sorry about that, PSVR America. I did actually kind of miss out, but I have been playing this for a good couple of hours now, and I need to take a little bit of a break. So yeah, thanks very much for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. I'd say we've got many things else that we're doing over the next couple of days. We still have Dark Legion to do, To the Top, and The Exorcist. Yesterday we did a VR robot. So yeah, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Peace, PSVR America. Hope you've enjoyed it as much. Sorry if you just called it in at the end. But yeah, we've still got lots more to do. Have fun, and I'll see you guys out there. At least I got the settings right for the